Hey, do you have a dog that may show like overreactivity on your walks or when people come over? Um, I just wanted to do a commentary today on my Training Tip Tuesday. And it's to state that, when you see those kind of dogs, or if you have one of those kind of dogs, most likely the dog is not trying to be a dominant dog, you know, not trying to take over the world. But in actuality, they may be scared or worried. Now, if this is something like a new concept to you, then I hope you have an open mind to listen to me and hear what I have to say today. So, you know, um, I've had several pet parents recently. Oh, I live in a big city area, and so it's very populated, and there's lots of people with dogs, and you know, there's There's a lot of dogs in our community. That's what I'm going to say. But when we bring home our dogs and they are at, at the 4 month old stage where they got all the vaccines and now you're ready to take them out for walks. So for some dogs in the beginning, they may cower when you try to take them out for a walk because, the world is kind of new to them. And, they've got to know you maybe for a month or two if you brought them home at 8 weeks old or so. But everything else is out there very new to them. So they may want to not go very far. And, you're like, you're trying to coax them. He's like, oh, everything's safe. It's good. So eventually they get a little bit more comfortable, but there's things that kind of worry them. And, the beginning, if you may not have noticed their body behavior, that they're showing you that they're worried, um, you may see the ears going back or just stalling, pancaking, and things like that. But, have you not noticed the licking of the lips or looking away? Or, they may even stop on their walks. So you keep encouraging them to go meet that person or go see that thing. And they're not really keen on it. And eventually, all of a sudden you realize at about 5 months or so that, your dog is starting to lunge and bark and on its hind leg, like screaming at a high pitch, barking at things that they were previously not doing so. So, I'm not here to blame you for sure, because you may not have mm, realized that that's where it was moving to. But, it's not too late to help your dog become more comfortable with their environment. So, I don't know if you know this, but did you know it takes about like 18 months to 2 years to train a service dog? And that's like with pretty intensive training days and months and like so on. But I train pets, people that brought home pets, and we talk about training their dogs and working with their dog, and we train them maybe almost every day, maybe like I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day, right? And that will work. That will work. But but if you try to compare what you're trying to get your dog to understand and be able to be comfortable with in our world and compare that to what a 18-month or 2 year um, intensely trained service dog is like, then you're not you're not looking at this with reality goggles. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself or your dog if you missed these steps or these signs from your dogs that they were worried about things in the environment or things or people coming to your home. So it can be reversed. If they've been practicing this a while, it may take longer. But the other thing I want you to keep in mind is that, you got to consider the personality of your dog. Now, as I spoke to you about the service dog, they also select certain kind of personalities to be service dogs. They have to be dogs that are not prey driven, dogs that can tolerate a lot of environmental changes. So not so sensitive, right? Like I have a dog, Jill. She would make a good service dog because she is a little bit reactive to things in the environment. She's quick to judge. It's the best way to describe it. But she can calm down because we've been practicing. But she wouldn't be a good service dog candidate at all. So, you got to take into consideration your pup's personality. Maybe they're a little bit more high strung, like my Jill, or somewhere in between, right? But so today's Training Tip Tuesday is to let you know that, you know, if you have a dog that's become highly like more reactive on your walks, against other dogs or people or other like loud noises like motorcycles, some dogs, you can work on those things. And I wanted to bring up that if your dog is very sensitive to other dogs, look at the other dog's body language. Learn about dog's body language. Maybe your dog is seeing that other dog is being maybe a threat to them because the dog is staring at them too long. Or the dog may be really like adorable dog and say, "Hey, I want to come play with you." But your dog is seeing it as, "Oh, look at that dog. It's like looks scary." It's like I can't handle that energy. So, you gotta see what's going on, the dance that's happening between you and your dog and that other dog. So, so anyway, that's about all I wanted to say in my Training Tip Tuesday. When you have a dog that's like that, you know, it can be embarrassing and frustrating because you feel like other people are judging you. You may be thinking they're thinking or saying amongst themselves like, "Oh, don't go by their house. They have that aggressive dog." Oh my gosh, I don't know why they don't train their dog. But in reality, you know what? They may have a dog that is a little worrisome on their walks too. So, we can be envious of those dogs that are like nonchalant, right? And can handle all kinds of different environments. And you know what? Those dogs can be just naturally have that personality, and or they could have had some training. So it's not the end of the world. You can work with your dog, but I just don't want you to think that this behavior is them being dominant or you feeling so embarrassed about it that you have to feel like you have to shut them down by using a choke chain or zap them with an electric chain, because that's not going to resolve the issue that your dog is struggling with, is that they're worried, they're emotionally worried or scared. So please don't go that route. That's my plea to you, as well as, my suggestion to you. Anyway, so if you need help, I have obviously courses, private sessions that can help you with these kind of issues with your dog. And I thank you for joining me for my Training Tip Tuesday. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Linda Kwan. I am the owner and trainer at Wow Bow Wow. We specialize in working with pup parents who have dogs that, are either new puppies or, going through the adolescent stage, or, maybe in a rescue dog, a little bit older dog that, you're realizing you're having some issues, behavior issues that you need help with. Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. So I just want to say thank you for joining me for my Training Tip Tuesday, and I will see you next Tuesday.